is the first official day of April. April Fools. April Fools! I'm gonna do a readathon this month. April Fools. I don't have a TBR specifically for this readathon because I've last minute decided to do it. But I saw this readathon a couple months ago from Little Book Owl Katrina, and I was like, this sounds really interesting, but it sounds like a lot of reading, and it sounds really not my forte just because it's a lot of reading, and I didn't know if it was like a week long or whatever, but I remember watching your video back then. And then this like recently popped up on my subscription feed again this past couple of days, and I was like, you know what, I might do it this year. So then I like went in and did my research because I was hecka confused at first. I was like, is this like a month-long thing? Is this a week-long thing? Like, is it an entire year thing? And it is definitely a month-long thing. We have Owls, which is in the month of April, and then we have Newts, which is part 2 of this readathon that is happening in August, which is super exciting. And this time around, they have so much more to offer with this readathon. This readathon was originally created by Book Roast, and oh my goodness, she took so much time. I just switched tabs because you can see like I got brighter. But she took so much time to literally create this. Here's Owls and Newts. She literally went in and added careers, and she added like things you could become on those careers, and like she went through and did like was above and beyond. She is amazing. You should go check her out. Subscribe because this readathon is pretty legit. So the main reason why I decided to participate in this readathon is because I've been reading a lot of graphic novels and comics this past year, and I feel like I haven't read like legit books. My nightstand, I'm in my bed, the huge vlogging area, but I have like 7 books that are on my bedside table that I need to read. I also have a TBR cart full of books that I like want to get to. Like the top shelf is mainly like the books that I need to read, and then I have like a bookshelf full of books that I'm like, I've read or I'll get to eventually. But with that being said, I feel like I just need to get some reading done. I will start my new book that will definitely count towards that. And I rented this audiobook for this book before, and I got 60 pages into it, and I just never finished it again. And that is Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the last book in the Illuminate trilogy, companion trilogy thing. But yeah, I got like 64 pages into it, and I didn't really know or care or was paying attention as to what was going on. And then eventually my audiobook went back into Libby, and I just never picked it back up. So I checked that out on the last day of April, so I have 2 weeks to get this book read. I'm hoping that I can dedicate this week to reading and completing this book for my owls. So it is currently April 2nd, around 11:18 p.m. I finally started Obsidio again. So I recently read this in January, and I got 65 pages into it. The last time I read it and updated it on Goodreads was in January 18th, so it's been a hot minute. I was thinking about picking it up where I last left off, but I don't remember anything from it. Like, I don't even remember like a week after of not like reading anything. I'm like, I don't really remember anything. 56 pages through it so far, and I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I was the last time, and I'm actually remembering stuff, and I'm reading it and not just like zoning out every like 10 seconds like I did when I first read it. I also really like our characters this time around. Like when I first read it, I wasn't a big fan of it. I don't know if it was because Gemina ended up being a 3 out of 5 star read for me, and I had like such high expectations after reading Illuminate that I was gonna love Gemina, and I just didn't love Gemina as much as I thought I did. So maybe that's why I was like really bummed and upset about Obsidio, and I haven't read a book really since like a actual chapter book. But so far I'm loving and enjoying this. It's now 10:32 on April 4th. And last night I started at 56 pages, and then I read to 106 of Obsidio, or listened and read along. Found out my really good friend Mesa is also doing this readathon, and I'm just like, yes, 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 yes. So I'm super excited. So we talked about, like, she showed me her TBR and I'm just like, I plan on reading this book and who knows what else I'm gonna read, because I literally do not have a TBR. I don't stick to TBRs. I literally don't know what I'm gonna read for the rest of this readathon, except for finish this bad boy and then read more books. So I want to mention this stamp here real quick because it was a momentous moment of my entire life existence. Last fall I went to the Monterey Bay Aquarium in Monterey Bay, California, and I got to pet a stingray, and I'm not allergic to them like every other single animal I'm allergic to, like everything except for fish, hedgehog, plants, and stingrays. And today, when I had to go do stuff, I got to tour this museum and aquarium, and I got to pet a stingray. Actually, I got to pet two, and they're so cute. You just use two fingers and you just go whoop, and then they like float up to the top and they're like blah, 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 blah. Okay, that was like a horrible reenactment of a stingray like coming up to the water, but my life is complete. I got to pet two stingrays today, and I just want to document that. Okay, now I'm gonna go read. Whoa! Okay, boys and girls, it's day 5 because I can't remember what day it is. Literally eating one of the best Chipotle bowls of my entire life existence. It had a lot more cheese on it than it does now because I definitely ate some more off the top. Girl was like, do you want a lot of cheese? And I was like, yes, can I get a lot of cheese, please? And she's like, okay. And she like globs it on. And she's like, do you want a little more? Heck yes, I want a little more. I love your cheese. It's awesome. So now I'm having some Chipotle, having some cheese from Chipotle. So good. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. And I plan to get some reading done tonight. Right now, I'm just catching up on the challenge from the other night, and so I'm currently watching that. And then, yeah, I don't know, I'll try to read tonight. I'll give you another update. Last night, I literally read 5 pages because I was so tired, and I knew that if I was going to read more, I was just gonna fall asleep. And then I read 5 pages, and then I was like, I'm putting this book down, I'm going to bed. I went to bed super early, which is AKA like before 11 o'clock. So that happened last night. But anywho, I'm going to finish the rest of my Chipotle bowl because Chipotle is my life. Look at that goodness. Look at that cheesy goodness. They also put the lettuce on before the cheese, and I was really upset because I just got fresh veggies, and the fresh veggies they have today are so good, like so amazingly good, because normally their veggies are just like, and I've been not getting veggies. But they definitely put some fresh veggies on there, and if you put the cheese on next, then it like melts and it's so good. But I'm content with this cheese. The trains are rolling outside, and I'm ready to finish this episode of the challenge and then possibly get some reading done. So we'll find out what happens next. The worst thing about glasses is glare, because literally all I can see is the screen right there. You can't see my eyeballs, so update, I'm in my pajamas now, all cozied up in like 4 blankets. I don't know why, if it's just because I drank a bunch of cold water, or maybe it's just a little bit chillier in my apartment. I don't know, but I'm just like a little cold and I just want to wrap up with a bunch of blankets. I did end up reading earlier. Obsidio got to page 140. Almost took a nap. This is like the first day in like 800 years I haven't taken a nap, so success there. And now I'm gonna put my reading glasses back on. I'm gonna get some reading done. It's currently 11:11, and I'll probably read for another like 50 minutes, and then I'm gonna hit the snoozer, and that's the plan for this Friday night. So I will update you guys in the morning with how much I read. Rah! It's the end of the first week of the Owls Readathon, and I just wanted to give a little update for today. Yesterday I actually read some more, and I got to page, I'm like 160 or 70 pages in right now. Let's look it up on the good old cellular device because I am listening to the audiobook, excuse me, and also reading along in the pages. I'm not that quite far yet. Don't want to get spoiled. So currently, right now I'm at page 172. It's raining. I woke up to rain this morning and it sounded so beautiful. It was like, oh, today is gonna be a perfect day for reading. So I'm about to go make some hot apple cider. I have leftovers from my dinner date last night, which I'm also excited for. Seafood fettuccine, so can't wait for that. And then I'm gonna be doing some cooking and some cleaning later today. And that'll probably be like my breaks for when I'm reading this. Right now, I'm also currently getting an update from my friend Mesa because we're doing this readathon now together. And it's really fun. I'm just curious to see where she's at. And she is finishing up her second book today and hopefully starting another. I'm still working on the one that I've started. So now it's 2:16. I'm currently just ate a little snack of reheated french fries and then I dipped it in some nacho cheese and it was actually pretty good. I also have this hair chunk that didn't get in the clip and it keeps falling down and I look like a weirdo. I also have this naked strawberry banana drink. It's definitely, the protein ones are definitely better than this. It's still pretty good, but I got a drink to drink with my reading and I made it to, let's see what page I made it to, because I made it almost to 200, I think. And then I started getting a little sleepy, so I was like, we're gonna just take a nap then. And then I made sure to pause where I was at in my audiobook and note it where it was at. And so we have exactly like 8 hours and 20 minutes left. I'm currently on page 196. So I almost made it to 250. Hopefully I can get to 250 and then take a little another break and water my plants. Feeling like villains over there, I will definitely give you a little plant tour. Other than that, I've been cleaning and reading and it's a nice little mixture to like get so far into a book and then take like a little quick break and do some cleaning and get everything organized for this next week and cleaned because it needs to be done, truthfully. So anywho, I'm gonna go back into reading. Hopefully I'll get to 250 when I update you next. It is officially dinner time and I'm gonna chow down on this steak bowl that I made. This is gonna be my last and final update for the first week of the Owls Readathon. I am chillaxing. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. I got one of these like Biore nose strip things going on and it's getting pretty hard and gross. So like the worst part is yet to come when I peel it off and then all the nasty stuff comes out of your pores. It's so refreshing but so gross. So anywho, update. I finally decided, I was talking to my friend Mesa and she knows what she wants to be for her wizarding career. I still have no idea. It sounds like my real life in a readathon now. I can't like laugh all the way because it's hard. But I think I'm just gonna see how many books I can read and what I read on this list and then decide what all I qualify for, if I qualify for something at the end of the readathon. Okay, so I made it to page 284 in Obsidio. According to my audiobook, I'm 51% complete with it, so that's exciting news. I'm getting closer and closer to being done with that. So my goals for this next week, also today was the first day of National Library Week, so that's fun. That's something fun to celebrate. Goals for reading: to get done with Obsidio and start a new book, whatever that new book may be. I also forgot Rainbow Rowell's new graphic novel volume 3 for the Runaways is coming out this month, so I said I was gonna do a book buying band, but I may not because I know I could get that done and I could get that as one of my things on here because that would be an easy quick read that I can just fly on through. So, and like I said, I'm going to pick my career at the very end and we'll see how that goes because I don't know what all I'm gonna read. I'm trying to figure out what to pick for my next book. I'm thinking maybe doing like another audio book with a read along like what I'm currently doing right now with Obsidio, or just read a book. I can't decide yet. I will figure that out when the time comes, but as of right now, I'm just trying to figure out, like, kind of have a plan to decide between two books that I want to read next and where they'd fit on the list and where to put this book on the list. And anyways, that is going to be it for the first week of Owls Readathon. I hope everyone else's reading is going splendid. Anyways, don't forget to hit like and subscribe because next week will be yet another Owls Readathon vlog, because this was pretty fun. It actually it challenged me to read more, because then I'm like, oh, I have to vlog now. Like I have to vlog an update. So that made reading so much better, and I've actually stuck to it this past week more than I probably have the past couple months. So anywho, I'm super excited to continue on with the Owls Readathon. But yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like it if you want to see more videos on my channel, and I will see you next week for a new Owls Readathon vlog.